evening. Please remain standing for the presentation of our flag and the Star-Spangled Banner, led by Tyler Green, a vocal performance and music business student in the Department of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I would like to welcome you all to Southern Illinois University Edwardsville. My name is Ann Boyle. I am the Interim Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. I am delighted to celebrate this 2014 Spring Commencement Ceremony with you. This evening, we will confer degrees on the graduates from the Graduate School, the School of Business, and the School of Nursing. I'm very pleased to introduce you to some of the members of the platform party. These individuals are with us today to extend their congratulations to our graduates. Other members of the platform party will be introduced during the ceremony as they come to the podium. Each person will rise as their name is called, but I do ask the audience to please hold your applause until all are standing. Mr. Nick Maynor, Student Trustee, SIU Board of Trustees. Dr. Narbeth Emanuel, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Mr. Ken Neer, Vice Chancellor for Administration. Ms. Rachel Stack, Vice Chancellor for University Advancement. Dr. Regina McBride, Dean of Library and Information Services. Ms. Michelle Welter, President of the SIUE Staff Senate. Dr. Susan Yeager, President of the SIUE Faculty Senate. Ms. Alexa Hillary, SIUE Student Government President. Please join me now in acknowledging them with your applause. Seated in the front rows before me are members of the faculty and staff. It is through the dedicated work of these individuals in designing and executing the curricula of the university that our students have been able to achieve their educational goals, culminating in this graduation ceremony today. Would all faculty and staff in attendance please stand and be recognized? Thank you, and please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Julie First-Bovey, Southern Illinois University Edwardsville's 8th Chancellor. Dr. First-Bovey is completing her second year leading SIUE and is recognized nationally and internationally for her expertise in quality higher education. She has authored several articles as well as a book on this topic. Dr. First Bovey is a member of St. Louis Civic Progress, the Executive Committee of the Leadership Council of Southwestern Illinois, Innovate St. Louis, and the boards of directors of the Southern Illinois Collegiate Common Market, Hospital Sisters Health System, SIUE's University Park, and Girl Scouts of Southern Illinois. She has worked tirelessly on behalf of SIUE since she arrived and is committed to guiding the university as we plan for our global future. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Chancellor Julie First Bovey.
Good evening, and welcome to SIUE's Spring 2014 Commencement. I'm very pleased to join our faculty, staff, administrators, and guests in officially congratulating our graduates as we celebrate in your honor. Together, you represent a wide variety of backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives, and together, you've made SIUE a stronger institution. There is tremendous strength in diversity, but there is also strength in unity. At the end of today's ceremony, you will be united in alumni status with nearly 95,000 of your fellow Krugers. We're proud to have such an outstanding group of graduates entering a new phase as SIUE alumni, and I would like to congratulate all of you for the initiative and efforts that have brought you to this point. I would also like to extend a heartfelt thanks to the parents, grandparents, spouses, siblings, children, and friends that have supported you for the past years while you all worked hard to earn your degrees. I'm sure that today they're the proudest of all, and we express our appreciation for the important roles that they've played in your lives. SIUE faculty and staff have also played an important role in your success, and at this time, I would like to take a moment to thank them as well. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge two administrators. Dr. Ann Boyle, who was with SIUE for 19 years, previously as Dean of the Dental Medicine, has served as interim provost for the past 3 years. And Dr. Ann Perry is retiring after 10 years with the university, serving as the interim dean of the School of Nursing in her final year. I want to thank these senior administrators for their service and their leadership, and we wish them all the best in their new roles. Yes, tonight is indeed a special occasion, and for a number of reasons. Not only do we celebrate the achievements of our graduates, we also have the distinct pleasure of welcoming Southern Illinois University's new president, Dr. Randy Dunn, as he presides over his first SIU commencement ceremony. Dr. Randy Dunn became the 8th president of Southern Illinois University on May 1st. Here are some highlights of his professional career. Dr. Dunn has served as past president at both Murray State University in Kentucky and Youngstown State University in Ohio, and previous to that, served as the Illinois State Superintendent of Education. A former professor at SIU Carbondale in the Department of Educational Administration and Higher Education, Dr. Dunn was also a departmental chair and taught in a joint doctoral program right here at SIUE. Dr. Dunn holds a PhD in Educational Administration from the University of Illinois and is involved in several professional organizations. He has published a large number of articles, book chapters, and book reviews on a wide range of educational topics and has extensive experience in evaluating educational literature and grant proposals. Please join me in giving a huge welcome to our new SIU president, Dr. Randy Dunn.
Good evening. After my first week on the job as the 8th president of the Southern Illinois University System, let me join with these others to welcome you to the May 2014 commencement exercises at SIU Edwardsville. On behalf of our Board of Trustees and all of us at the system level, I bring greetings and add my congratulations to you graduates, as well as to all of those other individuals and groups who Chancellor First Bovey happened to mention. We congratulate everyone who brought you to this point, which we're all gathered to celebrate this evening. And let me share that it is an honor for me to have my first SIUE commencement with this class. I'm excited about that. You all know that you leave campus tonight with a degree from one of the nation's great regional state universities with background, experiences, personal growth, and now a credential, the degree, which is a big part of preparing you for whatever in life you wish to do from this moment on. For many of you, this may mean taking the diploma we'll be awarding you here in just a few minutes and leveraging it into a high-paying job and fulfilling career. We hope this for all of you, and I might add, your parents hope it as well. But remember this too. Please use all that you've gained from your time here at SIUE to also change and improve the lives of others who you will encounter for the rest of your life from here on. Pay forward the impact of all that has happened to you here to transform others for the better, just as I know this university has transformed you. That's the challenge of a well-lived life. And Southern Illinois University Edwardsville has prepared you well for it. Congratulations, graduates. Godspeed to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Dunn, and welcome again to SIU. SIUE awards honorary degrees to individuals who have made significant contributions to cultural, educational, scientific, economic, social, humanitarian, or other worthy fields of endeavor. Today, SIUE confers a Doctor of Humane Letters upon Mr. John Simmons. Mr. Simmons, can you join me at the podium? John Simmons graduated from SIUE, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in Political Science. He then earned his Juris Doctorate from Southern Methodist University School of Law and is the founder and chairman of a national law firm headquartered in Alton. Since the founding of his firm in 1999, John has given his time, service, and finance to benefit SIUE and the surrounding community. His generous donations include more than $10 million to build the Simmons Cancer Institute at SIU in Springfield, more than $1 million to renovate the baseball complex at our campus, and he has made significant contributions toward the construction of an SIUE golf training facility. His other contributions include $5 million from the Simmons Family Foundation awarded to charities and events throughout the St. Louis region, as well as $1 million and countless volunteer hours to charitable organizations throughout Madison County and beyond. Mr. Simmons, in recognition of merit and distinction, and after approval by the faculty, the president, and the Board of Trustees, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters.
So, try some technology here. But I have to remember my password. So, congratulations, SIUE's class of 2014. Very proud of each and every one of you, and congratulations to all the moms that are here. Mother's Day weekend, and it's appropriate that we recognize and congratulate all the moms and dads and parents and spouses and other loved ones that are here to celebrate with all of us. As you heard, for nearly 10 years I served on the SIU Board of Trustees and even as chairman of the SIU system. Many years before, however, I sat where you sit now as a new graduate of SIUE. There was no way back then I could have known I would one day be back at commencement graduating. So there I was, see? It was a cold January day, and the mail brought a letter from SIUE, and it contained some amazing news. It said my alma mater wanted to bestow on me an honorary doctorate degree. I was humbled and couldn't believe it, but the main thing I took away from this letter was the last sentence of the 5th paragraph, which read, and I quote, "It's really up to you." So they left this part of the ceremony totally up to me. So hang on. So I'm going to tell you a story and then give you a roadmap for success. So first, a story, and this is one I have never told publicly before. So it was 1988, and I was just discharged from the United States Army, and I applied to SIUE. I had family here, a sister here, a nephew, nieces. So I applied to SIUE, and I thought I'll just join the group, you know. And shortly thereafter, I got a letter from campus telling me I was not accepted. And I was shocked. I read it, reread it, and so I went to my sister, who was a student, and I said, "Can they do this?" I mean, I was born in Illinois. I live in Illinois. I want to live in Illinois. I've served my country. Can they deny my application? So my sister explained the rules of the road to me, so to speak, and but she knew of an appeal process for admission denial things. So I followed the procedures and appealed. Ultimately, I was accepted on academic probation. That's how I started. I'm already in trouble. But later, as a student, I ended up on the committee to hear appeals for admission. So you better believe we let everyone in. You're in. You're in. Come on in, everybody. So fast forward 20 years, and I find myself chairman of the SIU system, which includes a law school in Carbondale, a medical school in Springfield, a pharmacy school here in Edwardsville, a dental school in Alton, a wonderful East St. Louis campus, including a charter high school, including the ISK campus and the Carbondale campus. And while being chairman wasn't a particular goal of mine, the irony wasn't lost on me either, that a guy who was one day denied admission would one day serve as chairman of the SIU system. It was kind of a surreal 20-year ride. But anyway, I'd like to thank the Board of Trustees, SIU President Randy Dunn, former President and friend Dr. Glenn Pichard, SIUE Chancellor Dr. Julie First-Bovey, and the committee who recommended me for this honor. Thank you so much. It's very, very, very precious to me. But I don't just have SIUE to thank. A lot of people who helped me, even to this day who helped me, are here with me tonight, and I'd like to recognize and thank, first and foremost, my mother, Vonda Simmons, my sister who knew the procedure, Dr. Sherry Simmons, my wife, Jane Simmons, my father-in-law, Claude Johnson. For that matter, can my whole family please just stand up? Kinley, you too, class of 2014. Kinley Johnson, I don't see you standing. Okay. Thank you. So since this part of the day is up to me, the second thing I wanted to do is leave you with a roadmap to success. I borrowed pieces of this from Dr. David Warner. Dr. Warner was the former provost of SIUE and former chancellor of former SIUE, a man I deeply admire and respect. So I heard him give a speech one time, and I thought, that was awesome. And I called him later, and I said, can I get a copy of that speech? He gave it to me graciously. And so anyway, I borrowed pieces. I don't know, but I think when you get a doctorate degree, you should worry about plagiarism and whatnot. So I want to give credit, so consider this footnoted. If you like what I have to say, I want to say thank you. And if you don't like what I have to say, see Dr. Warner. So here's one roadmap. First, be grateful. You have had support. Whether it was from family or loved ones, someone helped you get here today. At a minimum, you've had the support of your fellow citizens, many earning only minimum wage. They have paid income taxes, sales taxes, cigarette taxes, liquor taxes, and lost money gambling to make it possible for you to afford SIUE. And while undoubtedly you feel like you've paid a lot of money in tuition and fees, take it from me as former chairman of the board, you have paid but a fraction of the cost of your education. So when you see others who are struggling or out of work, remember in some small way they helped educate you. Be kind to them. Second, help others. You have learned a lot over your last 4, 5, 6 years. And not everything you've learned has been in the classroom. Remember, you can share your knowledge and your experience in a helpful way to others. Show them how you persevered. Teach someone to read. Rent textbooks for someone. The possibilities are endless. However you can, help others pursue their dreams. Third, be ethical. Financial rewards can create a temptation for ethical shortcuts. But remember this one African proverb: one falsehood spoils 1,000 truths. It's been said a good name is more valuable than silver and gold, and I have found this to be true. I try to live my life so my name is that valuable, but I also deal with others who you just know when you go into a meeting that I trust this guy and it's worth more than a contract. So don't tarnish your prospects, your good name, or your self-respect with greed. Finally, never give up. In 1941, Winston Churchill gave a commencement address on how a person can be successful. He said in part, never give in. Never, 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 in nothing great or small, large or petty, never give in, except to convictions of honor and good sense. Now, my advice to you is, when you're in a disagreement about whether to eat at 54th Street or Buffalo Wild Wings, give in. It'll make life much easier. So in summary, appreciate and be thankful for your good fortune. Help others achieve their goals, be ethical, and never give up. This is one formula for success. And in closing, I'll leave you with one specific piece of advice my mother-in-law gave to me the day I graduated. She said, "Now, John, now you have to stop acting like an idiot." I would like to extend a heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to all of you. Do good things, make mom proud, and never give up, because now it's up to you.
Thank you, Dr. Simmons, for your remarks, and I hope you never, 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 never stop serving your university and our community. For each commencement, one graduate is chosen to speak on behalf of the graduating class. To be selected for this honor, students must not only demonstrate academic success, but they must also exemplify the values of our institution. The graduate chosen for this ceremony is Mr. Peter Gillen, who is receiving his Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Peter has been truly dedicated to his studies and to his profession while at SIUE. He graduates today with a 3.93 GPA. He is a Meridian Scholar, a student in the SIUE Honors Program, and he has been named to the Dean's List in all 8 semesters. He has been involved in Sigma Theta Tau Nursing Honor Society and the Student Nurses Association. He also works as a research assistant, where he helps maintain research data and conducted one-on-one interviews with research participants. The professors he worked with noted that he, and I quote, has excellent skills in collaboration and interpersonal communication. He is interested in the research process and completed his data gathering with integrity and precision. Peter also volunteered his time as the student representative to the Nursing Program Quality Committee, as a tutor for fellow students in many courses, and he has done blood pressure screenings at local churches. Peter, it is my pleasure to welcome you as the student speaker representing your graduating class.
Thank you very much, and good evening. It is my honor and privilege to speak to you tonight on behalf of the class of 2014. When I was first asked to speak at graduation, I had no idea what I was going to say. I thought about the last 4 years, and looking back, there are some things that I'm not going to miss, like staying up late at night studying, working on those group projects that teachers assure us help build teamwork, and in nursing, wearing the bright red scrubs and having the patient say, "Look at those red scrubs, it's like the Cardinals." And I have to say, yeah, how about them Cardinals? Even though I'm a Cubs fan. However, there are plenty of things I will miss. The teachers and instructors who truly care about the students and want them to do their absolute best, no matter what it takes. And the support of our fellow students, who we could always count on to be there, and the beautiful campus that is SIUE. I don't know that I've ever seen a more beautiful place, especially now in springtime. As we move on to the next chapter in our lives, most of us will be leaving this amazing campus. No matter where we end up, we have to remember to never stop appreciating the education we received at SIUE. SIUE has prepared us to reach our highest potential in our chosen professions. When I look over the last 4 years, I'm amazed at our transformation. From the general education courses we took our first year, and those early courses related to our chosen disciplines. At that point, we all wanted to immediately practice and use what we were learning, whether it was healthcare informatics, business, or nursing. To the nursing students, I know I wasn't the only one who was overwhelmed at one time or another. The first day of lab, they gave us a bag full of supplies. And I remember thinking, this is awesome. I've got IVs, bandages, and my own pen light. I may not have known what to do with it all, but I was excited just to have it. The first day of clinicals came, and I, for one, was scared to death. I vividly remember walking into my patient's room, sanitizing my hands, and introducing myself like I had been taught. Then I thought, what do I do now? I was more intimidated by this 10-year-old boy than my first pathophysiology exam. But by the end of the day, we were joking around about sports and video games, and even though I hadn't performed the most nursing skills that day, I felt that I made a difference in his life. I knew this boy would rather be anywhere else but stuck in the hospital, away from his friends, and I was able to distract him for just a few short hours. I'm sure the students here could tell you countless stories like these when their decision to become a nurse was reaffirmed over and over again. Maybe it was in their geriatric rotation, when they sat with the patient to keep them company because they didn't have visitors often. Or maybe it was the first time you were able to witness the miracle of life and share that special moment with the family in your OB rotation. In these few short years, we have never stopped learning, and we never will stop learning. There's always something more you can learn. It is quite incredible to think of how much we have achieved in our time here. Let us not stop here, though. We should continue to strive to be the best in our field, no matter what the future holds for us. Our colleagues in business are destined to become the leaders of companies in the future. While I haven't experienced your classes, from what I've heard, you've been through quite the journey yourselves. I think a few of you may never want to hear the phrase MS-251 again, and I've heard plenty about the final simulations. My University of classmates have taught me about the other disciplines. I used to think of business people as those who sat at a desk or cubicle and managed other coworkers or worked on the computer. To be honest, I didn't really know what they did. After living with 3 business majors the past year, and especially the past few weeks with the simulation, I've learned a little more about the business world. As is the standard at SIUE, the business coursework is hard, complex, and rigorous. There was the constant discussion of plant capacity, the private label, and whether or not to expand plants in each region. The business world is so much more than just the major CEOs that jump to my mind when I think of business. They're the behind-the-scenes people who make everything run properly and efficiently in major companies across the world, in large and small businesses in our hometowns and in the healthcare system. In my mind, I know I couldn't possibly do everything that is involved in running a business, so I would like to thank you for all going into your field and making it possible for people like me to go into nursing. Last, those in healthcare informatics. The healthcare finance and practice worlds are complex and intersect daily. Data related to healthcare practice, healthcare cost, and reimbursement are constantly analyzed to improve health outcomes. In today's healthcare system, financial outcomes are an important player in the spending of the healthcare dollar. Who best to analyze this data than the healthcare professionals with advanced knowledge and practice in healthcare informatics? It is well planned that the disciplines of nursing, business, and healthcare informatics all graduate together. We have the knowledge related to our discipline and the responsibility to care for our society. Together, we can shape how the businesses and healthcare systems need to function for the future. In closing, I would like to say we could have never accomplished everything without many very important people in our lives, so I would like to thank a few now. Thank you to everyone who supported us, including our parents, grandparents, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, and children. Thank you to the professors and instructors who challenged and shaped us into the people we are in just 4 short years, demanding excellence every step of the way. Thank you for listening to our fears, questions, and concerns. Thank you to our roommates who put up with us, practicing a variety of nursing skills, complex business plans, designing informatics projects, and presentations. Thank you to all the students who were the best support group anyone could ask for. They were there when things seemed overwhelming. We could ask each other questions and complain together and look into the future together towards the day that is today. And most of all, thank you to God, who has been there every step of the way. I would like to encourage everyone to remember that we are SIUE, and we must now represent our disciplines and SIUE's excellence in education. This will be accomplished if we can do just 3 things. Never stop caring, never stop learning, and above all else, continue to honor our individual professions, whether that be business, healthcare informatics, or nursing. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Gillen, for your wonderful message, for your contributions to the university, and the contributions that I know you will make to your profession. Next, the candidates for graduation will be presented by their deans to Chancellor First Bovee for the conferral of their degrees. In your program, you will see that recipients of baccalaureate degrees who are graduating cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude are noted by 1, 2, and 3 asterisks respectively. They are also wearing cords on their academic regalia indicating their honors. In addition, candidates who are honors scholars are indicated in the program with a capital H. Graduates who will be commissioned as second lieutenants in the U.S. Army and U.S. Air Force are listed in your program as well. I ask that the audience please remain seated during this part of the ceremony so that everyone can see. Dr. Jerry Weinberg, Associate Provost for Research and Dean of the Graduate School, will begin by presenting candidates for the conferral of doctoral and graduate degrees.
Will the candidates receiving doctoral degrees please rise? Chancellor First Bovee, these candidates, subject to completion of all requirements established by the university and the graduate school, are recommended to you for the formal conferring of their respective degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the Graduate School, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Southern Illinois University Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you the doctoral degree earned with all associated rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Will the candidates receiving graduate degrees please rise? Chancellor First Bovee, these candidates, subject to completion of all requirements established by the university and the graduate school, are recommended to you for the formal conferring of their respective degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the Graduate School, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Southern Illinois University Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you the graduate degree earned with all associated rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Would all graduates receiving doctoral and graduate degrees in the graduate school now please come forward?
Graduate School, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Yvonne Jean Barnes. Mary Margaret Brown. Joanne Jenkins Pritchett. Deanna Schroeder. Susan Gale Swanson. Master of Business Administration, Ahmed Bakr Abukal. Kiara O. Akapore. AJ Balat. David Bradley Breesacker. Michael Anthony Burns. Benjamin Abbott Chandler. Andrea N. Fritz. Kelly Marie Graham. Annie Wong. Dana M. Humke. Karis A. Cording. Lavasha Brittany Kotwitz. Joshua McKenna. Benjamin Joel Morris. Rodney Allen Miller. Brian Ray Murphy. Rebecca Lynn Nesbitt. Kyle M. Rhodes. Ariana Katrine Schneider. Rodney Lewis Schreckenberg. Eric Michael Smith. Orrin Douglas Underwood. Catherine Diane Wahlberg. Nicole Marie Wenzel. Jody Lynn Wilkin. Master of Marketing Research, Nisha Vijay. Master of Science, Rini Shako. Julie Ann Dargatz. Priya Sina. Vishay Singh Thakur. Adashoke F. Adalaki. Leo Dominic Barsiewski. Tyler James Miller. Kyle Robert Sauerwein. Mark Joseph Webster. Jordan Allen Lane. Master of Science in Accountancy, Ashley Marie Conan. Neil Adam Cramper. Louis Keith Lazaridis. Andrea Margaritis. Megan Rose Mittendorf. Chelsea L. Widdop. Master of Science, Jana K. Hauk. Lynn Marie Kalkbrenner. Shirley Ma. Catherine Bowler Schmitz. Ellen K. Thompson. Jason Dean Williams.
Interim Dean Ann Perry will now present candidates for the conferral of baccalaureate degrees from the School of Nursing.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the School of Nursing please rise? Chancellor First Bowie, these candidates, subject to the completion of all requirements established by the university and the School of Nursing, are recommended to you for the formal conferring of their degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the School of Nursing, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Southern Illinois University Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree earned with all associated rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Will the graduates receiving degrees from the School of Nursing please come forward?
School of Nursing, Bachelor of Science, Amy Marie Altart. Ian Stewart Arnaud. Ioken Emanuela Ativi. Corey R. Austin. Michelle D. Ballinger. Kelsey Jo Biaggi. Michelle Alexandria Boyer. Patrice J. Burke. Amy Michelle Burns. Crystal A. Chatfield. Margaret Olivia Canes. Sierra Renee Corby, cum laude. Blake Christian Corey. Elana Jean Dennis, cum laude. Jamie Lynn Diesel. Amber Renee Eskew. Valerie Ann Finnan. Aaron James Gajoviak. Brian Rochelle Gill, cum laude. Matthew Tyler Gill. Peter J. Gillen, summa cum laude. Stephanie Lauren Gingrich, magna cum laude. Joel Thomas Grading. Russell Seth Gregory, cum laude. Gregory John Grimm. Lauren Lee Hagan. Linda Christine Hansen. Colton Dane Henderson. Rebecca Kelly Sue Hertenstein, cum laude. Tiffany Ryan Hills. Sarah Elizabeth Hofert. Carissa Darcy Hoffbauer. Cami Lynn Hoffer. Sheris Lee Hoffman. Carolita Christina Holmes. Kara Holtzapfel. Jessie Ann Husband, summa cum laude. Glenda Benita Jeffries. Katie Marie Jones. Kiki Kafasanwu. Paul Jenga Kariuki. Caitlin E. Carnes. Kendra Sue Kelly. Kelsey M. King. Christine Nicole Klinsing, cum laude. Lauren Marie Krassinger. Melissa May Krukeberg, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Kubal, cum laude. Marie Nicole Layer, cum laude. Caitlin Rose Legrand, cum laude. Kwame Demarius Liddell. Monica Nicole Lynn, summa cum laude. Moriah Renee Lupardis, magna cum laude. Jenna Marie Macaluso, cum laude. Ada C. Malone, cum laude. Chloe Suzanne Marth. Tiffany Danielle Martin, cum laude. Ashley Lynn McGrath, magna cum laude. Kirsty Alley McGrath, cum laude. Lindsay Francis Minor, cum laude. Megan Marie Aller. Megan M. Pashtag, magna cum laude. Courtney Elaine Patterson. Michelle Marie Pyro. David James Planky. Natalie Noel Probst. Stephanie Pruitt, summa cum laude. Molly Ann Rexilius, summa cum laude. Samantha Brooke Reynolds, cum laude. Cecily K. Rhodes. Brittany Ann Russell. Megan Louise Schlender, cum laude. Kimberly Sue Schott. Camille M. Scott, magna cum laude. Amanda Lee Seaman. Whitney J. Smith. William H. Soward. Jessica Allison Spring. Michelle Lynette Starbuck. Tara Nicole Stados. Latasha Ann Sullivan. Azia Ariel Taylor. Michelle M. Thole. Ashley Michelle Ulick, cum laude. Chinosor Christine Umasega. Zachary David Vaughn. Christy M. Verstegen. Dawn Elizabeth Walsner, cum laude. Christina Marie Warfel. Kiona Kanika Washington. Kylie Christine Wassel. Cynthia Darlene Welty. Hillary P. Wernsing. Valerie K. Westendorf, magna cum laude. Matea Leanne White. Brittany Deanna Willis. Ashley N. Wilson. Bryce Andrew Yantis.
Associate Dean Janice Joplin will now present candidates for the conferral of the baccalaureate degrees from the School of Business.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees from the School of Business please rise? Chancellor First Bovee, these candidates, subject to the completion of all requirements established by the university and the School of Business, are recommended to you for the formal conferring of their degrees.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of the School of Business, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Southern Illinois University Board of Trustees, I confer on each of you the baccalaureate degree earned with all associated rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations.
Would all graduates receiving degrees in the School of Business please now come forward?
School of Business, Bachelor of Science. Kevin Christopher Abington. Eric Ryan Allard. Sarah E. Anderson. Nicole Elizabeth Antkowiak. Shelby L. Arnold. Max Richard Ashford. Tyler Charles Becker. Anthony Michael Behrens. Deborah A. Bellabradic. Vincent John Bethel. Samuel Lewis Bickle. Daniel Stephen Brandenburg. Dion Arnett Brierton. Danica Monique Brock. Malcolm Demetrius Brown. Andrew James Brummett. Zachary Ryan Buckley. Alex Daniel Beanie. Aaron Patrick Burke. Matthew Adam Cable. Julia L. Carr. Zachary Andrew Carter. Nicole Marie Cassidy. Michael D. Chapman. Brianna N. Clark, cum laude. Jason Anthony Clark. Renata Michelle Clay. Daniel Joseph Clough, summa cum laude. Frankie Nicolette Colson. Julianne Cassidy Coonley. Carrie Lynn Cope. Ronald Tyler Cody, cum laude. William Elliott Corey. Sarah Marie Cunningham. Michael Brian Dagley. Christopher James Denton. Dallas Jane DeZeo. Devin William Dietrich. Shelby Glenn Ditmar, magna cum laude. Gerald John Mahowski. Natasha S. Downey. Ryan N. Duncan. Alex D. Edwards. Ashley Monique Elder. Sarah Mae Ellis, summa cum laude. Kevin Michael Joseph Erspammer. Kristen Marie Fontenot, cum laude. Brian Van Frost. Kenneth Jackson Jacoby, summa cum laude. Christopher P. Gillespie. Morgan Alyssa Going. Michael Trevor Halloran. Ryan W. Hallows. Caitlin Elizabeth Marie Harger. Christopher J. Harrison. Despana Aletha Hartley. Aaron Timothy Haubrick. Samuel Mark Hermes. Jesse Davis Height. Christian Royal Hoffman, cum laude. Kyle Robert Howdeshell, cum laude. Mallard Cole Hubbard, cum laude. Lauren Christine Hunt. Thomas Edmiston Usen. Jason Victor Jardin. Hannah Marie Jelm. Richard Preston Johnson, cum laude. Christopher Jason Jones. Lamar Alvin Jones. Maeve Meister Younger, summa cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Jurovic. Lauren Marie Cabas. Kiara E. Kennedy. Brianna Marie Kinder. Joseph Robert Cleese. David J. Kling. Forrest A. Knight. Ryan Joseph Kolasecki. Christopher Gene Conzi, Jr. James A. Kuntz. Jessica Lynn Kuntz. Brittany Conable. Caitlin Elise Cooter. Christian David Valdespino Keaty. Nicholas Raymond Kuhn. Rochelle Marie LaCroix. Casey Blair Lane. Jessica Nicole Lanham. Tyler James LaPolice. Norman Charles Larson. Matthew David Larson. J.C. Jane Leathers. Hannah Marie Lee. Kayla Marie Lenhart, cum laude. Corey Andrew Leifer, cum laude. Nicholas Andrew Lindenmeyer, cum laude. Jillian Lee Lowe. Courtney Ray Lynch. Levi Aaron Malm. Anthony John Mantia. Chelsea Nicole Marcus. Michael Adam Matthews. Jessica Leanne McElroy, cum laude. Nicholas F. Maynor, magna cum laude. Brandon Chase Machalke. Nolan D. Mittendorf, cum laude. Craig Everett Miles. Matthew Aaron Miller. Jeremy N. Minton, summa cum laude. Nicole Elizabeth Mollett. David James Monroe. Thaddeus Taylor Zumwinkle Nessel, cum laude. Tyler Michael Newboy. Nguyen T. Nguyen. Corey Joseph Niemeyer. Colton Scott Newkirk. Justin Dominic Panapinto. Aisha Shanae Party. Tyler Stephen Perjak. Brock Allen Pfeiffer. Angelo Sards Purino. Jonathan Franklin Reed. Daniel Aaron Rogers. David Andrew Roget. Brittany S. Rowden. Daniel David Rowland. Nicole Ray Saunders. Robert Wayne Schlegel, cum laude. Madeline Christine Schluter, cum laude. Joseph Eberhard Schmidt. Jason Matthew Scott, magna cum laude. Diane Seck. John Franklin Shaw. Cameron Scott Sheridan. Joseph M. Sinsel. Joseph R. Scarrett. Matthew Blake Slidham. Joel Michael Smay. Andrew James Smith. Blair Elizabeth Smith. Leslie N. Smith, cum laude. Emily Lauren Spate. Samuel Wright Stanley. Bryce Douglas Starkey. Cody V. Stewart, summa cum laude. Brenda Marie Stroot. Kayla Suzanne Struck. Allison Jo Tomey. Ashley Megan Thornton. Austin Lorenzo Torres, cum laude. Sean G. Tran. Kendall Montees Trimu. Scott Edward True. Wesley S. Turner. Grace Marie Utley. Chase Ryan Van Opdorp. Jonathan J. Vinlove. Emily Nicole Vocus. Chelsea Renee Wade, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Walker. Kevin Dale Warren. Bryson Michael Weaver, cum laude. Candace Lee Weber. Misha Michelle Weed. Andrew James Welly. Sarah Marie Whitman, cum laude. Brandon Joseph Wiseman. Joseph Edward Wodilla. Abby Kaylin Woods. Gordon Claude White. Grant Matthew Winia. Caleb Daniel Wynn. Adriana Zamudio Leon. Bachelor of Science in Accountancy, Mariah R. Baltzell. Kimberly A. Black. Catherine M. Brazel. Jennifer Lee Cassidy. Savannah Lynn Conaway. Brian Scott Curlett. Jason Allen Daniels. Micah Andrew Duncan. Laura Beth Dust, summa cum laude. John Hayes Gauss III. John Jacob Geiser. Timothy L. Hall, magna cum laude. Chelsea Ann Hayden. Lisa Marie Holtzapfel. Lisa Elaine Howell, summa cum laude. Jennifer Eltrice Jackson. Kelsey Lynn Jacobs. Kinley Elizabeth Johnson. Angela D. Jordan. Tiffany Annette Kirchner. Justin Kearns Lawson. Lauren Marie Lubers. Douglas William Matthews. Jessica A. McAvoy. Grant Austin McClintock. Angela Roseanne Meacham. Dylan Gary Meyer, magna cum laude. Shane Richard Meyer, magna cum laude. Sean Drew Miller. Clayton Thomas Murphy. Allison Renee Pollard, magna cum laude. Grant Ellis Rhodes. Jonathan B. Roberts. Ryan Andrew Rosiak, cum laude. Brent Philip Rubin. Jordan David Sahuri. Juan Diego Santana. Douglas Lowell Sleneker. Mike John Smallwood II. Melanie Louise Stegeman. Shara-Lee Ann Stevens. Darcy Ann Strohmeyer. Grant Allen Summers, cum laude. Mark Thomas Tepe. Ryan Christopher Tite, magna cum laude. Linda Marie Wallace. Chelsea Alexandra Weber. Taylor J. Wells, cum laude. Stephen Daniel Wilkerson, summa cum laude.
Would all of the 2014 spring graduates please rise? In recognition of the degree bestowed upon you, could you please move the tassel from the right to the left? Congratulations. Please be seated.
It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Ms. Bev George, class of 1975 and 1979, and past president of the SIUE Alumni Association Board of Directors.
Thanks, Ann. Good evening. Congratulations, graduates. From one cougar to another, I'm honored to be among the first to congratulate you on your graduation. We celebrate your accomplishments as you now become alumni of Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. We are happy to welcome you into the family of more than 95,000 individuals who can proudly claim SIUE as their alma mater. You are joining a list of alumni which includes individuals like John Simmons, Gail Lininger, the founder and CEO of RE/MAX International, Pulitzer Prize winner Paige St. John, CBS White House correspondent Peter Mayer, Dwayne Statz, the broadcast voice of the Tampa Bay Rays, and engineering grad Ed Grady, who is revolutionizing how solar energy is collected. Our alumni include inventors, scientists, entertainers, physicians, dentists, lawyers, nurses, teachers, corporate CEOs, pharmacists, and community leaders who are literally helping to improve our quality of life and shape the future for generations to come. Now that you've graduated, it is also my privilege to welcome you to the SIUE Alumni Association. There's no fee to join, no application to complete, you're in. It's sort of like my graduation present to you. I know what you're thinking, you'd rather have a card and some cash, but the Alumni Association is better, really. You now have access to career services, networking events, alumni discounts, and many other benefits. But the greatest benefit we can give you is the opportunity to serve, to help our fellow alumni, to help students, and to help this university continue to be one of the finest institutions of its kind. We may have come from different backgrounds and certainly from different generations, but because we are both SIUE alumni, we have more in common than we have differences. We need to increase our scholarships for students. We need more alumni mentors. In fact, our mentoring program, as it is growing, we are leading the way to having one of the country's most robust alumni mentoring programs. So get in on it. Let's work together to connect alumni all around the world, not just to better our own careers, but for the sake of building relationships, for impacting culture, and for improving lives. I'm here today because SIUE has done more for me than I could have ever imagined when I first graduated in 1975, which, by the way, we celebrated with Otis Redding singing "Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay" while we drank Boone's Farm apple wine. So please get involved. Congratulations again. I'm really proud of you guys, and welcome to the SIUE Alumni Association.
Thank you, Ms. George. On behalf of the university, I wish to thank Tyler Green for his fine musical presentation today. Thank you to Dr. Michael Costigan for reading the graduates' names. Thank you to the Army ROTC for the presentation of colors. For making the commencement program available to those who are deaf or hearing impaired, thank you to our interpreters, Amanda Pennington and Amy Athy. We will conclude commencement by singing both verses of the SIUE alma mater, Hail SIUE, led by Tyler Green. The lyrics are printed on the back cover of your program. Following the alma mater, please be seated until the platform party, staff, and graduates have left the seating area. Now please rise for the singing of the alma mater.
Above the Mississippi plain, your splendor meets the sky. You give to all a chance to gain. You raise our spirits high. Hail, all hail SIUE, our honored dude we owe, our font of opportunity, where'er in life we go. To college life